So we have word that an animated series based on the Stranger Things universe has been greenlit and is in pre-production. This is going to be brought to you by Eric Robles and the folks over at Flying Bark Productions. Now, those are the people who are behind Netflix's Glitch Techs. Highly recommend that show if you have not checked it out.
I am not aware of that one.
I think you would actually really enjoy it. It's corrupted kind of video game code that can come to life. And so the Glitch Techs have to deal with video game characters that end up in reality. It's very, very fun.
What's that Stein, the kids horror book series by
R.L. Stein?
Yeah, what's that book series called again?
With the video games?
No. But it's a book series, the famous book series Horror for Kids. Jack Black was just in a movie about it.
I thought it was just
Goosebumps. It sounds like a little bit of a mixture of Goosebumps and Tron and Wreck-It Ralph and all mixed into one.
But this is just one of the many, many things we've heard that the Duffer Brothers are working on right now, too. We've got a little blurb from Variety here saying, we've always dreamed of an animated Stranger Things in the vein of Saturday morning cartoons that we grew up loving. And to see this dream realized has been absolutely thrilling. They go on to say, we couldn't be more blown away by what Eric Robles and his team have come up with. The script and artwork are incredible. We can't wait to share more with you. The adventure continues. We already know, based on other spin-off series that they've talked about, other shows, a stage show that's supposed to open in the West End, things like that, that these spin-offs aren't going to focus on 11. They're not going to focus on Steve Harrington. Missed opportunity. But there's a lot of cool stuff to work with. What do you think about this?
I'm a little torn.
Yeah?
I am. Like, on the one hand, I understand the business principle, right? Everything is about franchise. So if you got a property and it's hot and people are enjoying it and liking it, give them more. And so I can totally understand why Netflix would want to move forward with it. As much as I loved the latest episode of Stranger Things, and I did, I think it was fantastic.
That finale was great.
Really enjoyed it a lot. At the same time, I felt in that season like I could feel it winding down. I don't know if that makes sense, if those are two contrarian kind of ideas, but I absolutely loved it. It's my favorite thing Stranger Things has done. And yet I also felt like it was starting to wrap up and coming to a close. Mm-hmm. And I remember when they were talking about doing more extended stuff with Stranger Things, wondering if it'll still have that magic, right? And I get it. If I was a board member at Netflix, I'd say take a swing at this too. I totally would. So I totally get it. I'm just wondering how the audience will respond to it, if it's not 11. Because I don't know, what's the name of the town they're in
Hawkins.
Again? Hawkins. I don't know that it's Hawkins and the town of Hawkins that everybody's in love with, or if it's even the Upside Down that everybody's in love with, as so much they're in love with 11 and they're in love with all these kids and stuff like that. And if it's not them, are we going to be as attached? And I'm not saying we're not. I'm just saying, I wonder, do you think the audience will be there for this?
I feel like that's the big question here, right? Is can you use the same IP and keep mining it without the people who you actually are following their specific journey, right? I do think Hawkins has a really rich, interesting past, as we've seen in this latest season. Also, the Upside Down is just ripe for weird shit to play with, especially in animation, because you can do so much more banana stuff. You can also be a lot more violent in animation than you can in live action, and it can kind of create this, well, it's not real, so we can still play with kind of guidelines and things like that. So I think there's a lot of potential here. It just really depends on whether or not people are going to move forward without 11. Hopefully, if we get a really satisfying end to her story, then we'll just go, I want to revisit this, and we'll have more of a let's explore Hawkins in a way that's successful, as opposed to things like the Harry Potter franchise, where we kind of seem to not care when it's not Harry Potter, right? So hopefully they can strike that balance. And my agent, hi, Mike, you better submit me for the show.
But you bring up the Harry Potter situation, right? Because I was wondering about that. It's not an apples to apples comparison. Admittedly, it's not. Yeah. But when they tried to do the world of Harry Potter without Harry Potter, and for the most part without Hogwarts either, it didn't succeed nearly as well on the same level as the other Harry Potter movies.
Generous. It circled the drain. And there was a lot of other drama there too. I'll give it that, but ooh.
How big would Maverick have been if Tom Cruise wasn't there? Look what happened with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I mean, make no mistake, Black Panther Wakanda Forever was still a big hit.
Yes.
But it only made close to half of what the first one did because Chadwick Boseman wasn't there. So I just wonder how that's going to be received. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? We knew there were going to be more Stranger Things properties coming. We got an animated series coming. I guess it's not going to focus on 11 or things like that. What do you think the audience's response is going to be? I think we're all going to at least check it out, but can it have the same kind of success that, say, the base show has had? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions. Think about that. If you think you're only subscribed to a handful of services, you might want to double check. With Rocket Money, you can quickly identify and cancel all of your unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want and don't even use. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. My wife Ann and I moved out of Burbank 2 years ago, and one of the first things I discovered when I loaded up Rocket Money was that I was still paying for a gym membership I haven't even been to in Burbank in 2 years. So stop throwing away your money. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea.